So in Garry's mod, you can play solo with your friends, or of course, with some NPCs. That still means you're playing solo, but at least you're not quite as lonely.
Which they do not know, come to them, and may the net which they have hidden for me catch them in my place.
Ah, Father Gregory, always the jokester. But sometimes the standard NPC banter just isn't enough to scratch that itch. That's where Zeta players comes in. Its goal is to hopefully create a more realistic atmosphere in Garry's mod to make the NPCs act more like players than they do NPCs. And as you guys can see from the video on screen, it does a very good job of doing this. In fact, I was thoroughly impressed with the Zeta Players mod. And of course, the creators decided to make it even better. This is the Lambda Player mod. And let's just say everything has been cranked up to 11. Not only do we get proximity chat, no joke, if you get closer, you're gonna notice you hear more. But they can do pretty much everything the Zeta players could do and more. They can build, they can create. I mean, look at this, it's like we have a real player in our game. It blows my mind every time. And if that's not enough, check this out. Press tab. I'm in a single player game, and we can see it's as if this is a real player. So obviously, as you guys can imagine, things can get pretty out of hand.
60% water.
And that was Cave Johnson. Oh my god, Rush, come on, man. Trying to do a video here. So if just looking at this isn't enough for you, let's do a quick rundown on what has changed. First things first, it's way more optimized. You're not gonna have to worry about performance as much as you did with the Zeta Players mod. You know what that means, right? Even more Lambda players. Not only that, but they also handle custom content way better than the Zetas did, and the reason why is because of the module system, which we will be taking a look at later on in this video. The best thing is they can work without a navigation mesh, so you don't even need to worry about if a map has a navigation mesh or not. You just spawn them in, and they can pretty much just find their own way. And of course, Lambda players have official support for multiplayer, so no more weird jankiness with having to have multiplayer and then have issues. And of course, can't forget, they are much more optimized in general, like we mentioned earlier. But not only are they more optimized, but the code is even more optimized, which should be a good thing for anyone that wants to make modules for this. Which, by the way, let's talk about those modules. So certain features weren't included in the base mod, just to make it more concise with the module system. What that pretty much means is not only can the developer of this mod create the modules, but even other devs or add-on creators can make modules that work with this, and they're plug and play, as the name suggests. And there's already some awesome modules that we're going to take a look at in this video, and many more to be added in the future. So obviously with the Lambda players, let's go over just what they can do. They're going to act like real players as you'd expect. Spawn stuff in, say random gibberish in chat, and just be an absolute nuisance. But if you want more precise control over the Lambda players, there is a very detailed settings menu over here that we can take a look at. I'm not going to go over everything because this would be a 30-minute video, and I'm pretty sure half you... Wait, well shit, this motto I have is invisible for me. But like I said, we're not going to spend too much time here because, well, as you'd probably expect, it can get pretty mundane. And also, everything is so self-explanatory with nice descriptions on all these settings. You could pretty much allow them or disallow them to do certain things, like, oh, you want them to use the fizz gun to pick things up, you can turn that on or off if that's too annoying. You can also allow sprays, or entity spawning, or NPC spawning. Interesting. So these guys can actually spawn NPCs. If they spawn Minge God, we're gonna all have a very bad time. But it looks like our pal is not too keen on spawning NPCs. I can't even find where he is. Oh my god, but he loves spawning in props. Look at all this stuff. Now obviously, it's even better with more, so we're gonna go ahead and spawn more in. They are definitely capable of killing you. And we can see we have cool Colton 947 kind of freaking the hell out. Alright, Colton.
You know what?
Where did you get that? What? I don't even have that installed. Okay, it must be one of these or something. So obviously they'll have full capabilities of the weapons or props that you have. But the best thing about this mod is the personalities. Like each of these NPCs, they kind of do their own thing. Like this guy loves playing with props and spawning them in. We have quantum physics. He's about to type something in chat. Why are there boxes? Alright, this is definitely getting out of hand very quickly. But yeah, if you guys have ever wanted to play with other players... Oh my god. Kara King is getting a little crazy with that crossbow. Wait, what happened to all the stuff? Oh, he's trying to kill me! Oh, come on, man. At least get out of no-clip. We're really gonna do this right now. Alright, if he stops no-clipping, I'll do a fair crossbow fight with him.
Repulsion gel, here's some advice to lab boys.
I love the Cave Johnson voice. That is so funny. Barbecue bacon burger. So, yeah, I don't know where the other guys went. There is a lot of stuff missing. I'm just gonna spawn even more in. But while we do that, we can talk about combat. So you can choose if you want them to target you, retreat on low health, spawn medkits, pretty much anything that a real player would do. We could see... Oh, we have a Charpel. Pablo! Making Charpel great again. And he really loves those slam mines. Are you... Wait, Pablo. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you're trying to kill me. And he made a comment about my mom. You get back here. Alright, so you could spend hours and hours and hours and hours playing with these guys. It is literally that fun. It's like you joined a random server. Pablo, what the hell are you doing? Pablo's a douchebag. Oh, he's just flying around destroying everything with slam mines. You'll notice no other NPC is doing that. Only Pablo's doing that. He loves those slam mines for some reason. And now we're having a no-clip fight. And Pablo won. So it's just stuff like this. It amazes me that we have AI that can act so human-like. And now he's beating me with a hook! Pablo, don't make me do it, man. I had to end Pablo, guys. He was just getting a little too feisty with that Fisher hook. Okay, so we could talk about this for 10 minutes, but I want to go into the absolute most awesome thing with this. I think the best feature so far that was added is the module system. I'm going to open the workshop and I'm going to show you guys what some of these modules look like. Alright, we're back. So I found a lot of cool modules, and guys, this is just from the creator themselves. I know there's a lot of really cool modules out, and I'm definitely going to show you guys more, but first things first, we have the friend system module. So I'm going to try to go about this one by one, because I don't want to confuse anyone. So the first things first, we have the friend system module. This is going to allow the Lambda players to potentially, well, become friends, not only with you or other real players, but also, wow, this guy's a real douchebag, VV, but also with each other. So if you wanted, oh, there's an NPC. So if you wanted a certain guy to be your friend, well, now we have that option. Now, the question is, will they be your friend? Anyway, another thing is you can converse with them. So pretty much what the conversation module does is it lets you talk with the other Lambda players, or they can even talk to themselves. Now, of course, whether or not this is going to happen is going to depend on the Lambda players if they want to talk. Alright, so I've gone ahead and binded this. Hey, what's up, Cade? If I speak English in a 90-degree angle, will I be speaking Oh, Cade, you're so funny, man. Cade, why are you crouching? I don't think Cade wants to talk too much. I was hoping we could become friends, but obviously they're not going to respond one-to-one with what you're saying. Is cocaine legal here? Bud. So pretty much I think what the conversation node does is it lets you, well, talk to them by just saying whatever you want, and then when you do say something, it'll prompt a reply. Are you okay? Alright, so we can see Rin over here is kind of freaking the hell out. Oh, Cade's gone mad! And we can see Rin is just dancing. He doesn't even care. I'm calling the monkey police. Alright, so, oh, look at this. What's up, Graves? Thanks for healing me, man. So like I said, guys, this is going to be the hardest thing about this, is that not everything is going to work when you want it to, because obviously these Zeta players have a mind of their own, so it's going to be hard to showcase exactly what they're doing. However, if you ever see two of the Lambda, I keep calling them Zeta players, if you ever see two or more Lambda players talking to each other, they're probably conversing, in which case you could pretty much expect that it's working properly. Also, what is this contraption? Alright, and then next up we have the disconnect module. This actually lets them disconnect. That's right. If they've had enough of this server, they will disconnect. It looks like Graves is dead though, unfortunately. Oh, look at this! So the friend system's working. We can see Baba Booey is friends with Penguin. So what happens when they become friends? Well, you can imagine that they're gonna stick close to each other. As you can see, they're just kind of hanging out. And it also looks like they're even talking. I know what to do. G-Man, get out of my head. Unfortunately, none of these guys are friends with us. By the way, sorry, but what does ramming mean? Google it. Alright, so I went ahead and spawned in a few more NPCs. Some of these guys are definitely going to be violent. It looks like Robo is kind of chill though. So like I said, they could pretty much leave anytime they want. They're not entitled to stay, and that is just kind of strange to think about. Oh, well, he died. I thought he left for a second, but apparently not. Wait, where did you get that? All right, and next up, and this is something I really was excited for, is there is a NextBot fearing module. What this means is that when you spawn in a NextBot, whether it be a 2D one, or of course just a standard one, you can make them run from it. More slam shenanigans. Now there is a few caveats. One, they have to be on the DRG base, I'm pretty sure. So I don't have a whole lot of DRG base NPCs. Minjgob would just wreak havoc, so I'm not gonna spawn him. Dude? Oh, he's my friend! Yo, cheese addiction therapist. So when they're your friend, you can very easily see that they are your friend because they're obviously glowing, and it'll even say that they're friends with you. And like I said earlier, they're going to try to hang out with you and stay close, although he's doing a very bad job. Oh my god. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if this works. I had to, unfortunately, download Obunga. Whoa, man, chill! Alright, let's go ahead and spawn Obunga. Honestly, I can't wait for these guys to die. Back up, back up. So I'm gonna have it ignore me. And now he's going after them. Oh, dude, you better run. Okay, I gotta admit, this is pretty satisfying. So if you guys are wondering pretty much what this does, it just makes it to where they don't just sit there and die from the next bot. If they see the next bot, they should, in theory, try to hide from it, or at least try to run. Alright, we're gonna spawn in a few more, and let's see what they do. Alright, here it comes. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to outrun. But this guy, you can see, he is kind of booking it. It's just unfortunate that Obunga is so fast. And if this isn't working for you guys and you're wondering what's wrong, do make sure you go into the Lambda player settings here and scroll all the way down in the Lambda server settings tab, and just make sure that the Sanic NextBots and DRG based NextBots selection is clicked. And then you can even choose to have them use panic animations, which I kind of want to see what that looks like. Oh my god. He was even like screaming. That's so funny. Oh man, you're in a world of panic. You don't start running. Oh, he disconnected. Look at that. So that is a good demonstration of the disconnection module. Guys, there's one more module to take a look at, even though there is obviously way more than that in the actual workshop. And this one is pretty simple. It just lets them ride vehicles. As we can see, he's kind of taken it, and now he's taken it.
Never mind. Ha.
Alright, so my best bet is just spawning a bunch of these guys and spawning a bunch of vehicles, hoping one of them gets in it. Alright, so I got one of them to change the color of the airboat, but I couldn't get any of them to get in the actual vehicle. I don't know why, but if they do decide to go that route, they definitely will. I'm just gonna spawn in a bunch of them, and then I'll come back when one of them actually gets in one of these. Quadrupeds, are you thinking about getting in that? Oh, and he did! Yes! So there you guys go. He got in it for like a split second, and then he got out immediately for whatever reason. But that's proof that it does work, and honestly, all these modules really do work this easily. We can see a lot of mayhem going on. I don't know what the hell that is. But guys, I would love to know what you think about Lambda players. If I said Zeta players at any point, please excuse me. I'm just so used to saying that. I think this is an absolute improvement. So awesome with the friend system and the other modules that you can download. Let me know your favorites down below and what you think about this. As always, you can leave a like, subscribe, links will be in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, farewell.